My name is Martin Petrosian, and today I'm going to be presenting my persuasive speech. My speech is about why breakfast is important in the morning. So let's get started. People may not eat breakfast in the morning. People sometimes may wonder, why is breakfast so important? Or why having food in the morning is an important part of the day. According to Better Health, it is stated that the body's energy source is glucose. The glucose is broken down to carbohydrates and stored as fat. If you have gone without breakfast for 12 hours, your glycogen can be low, and once all of the energy from the glycogen are used up, your body starts to break down the fatty acids you need. So why talk about the importance of breakfast? Eating breakfast boosts your energy level and restores your glycogen level to keep the metabolism up for the day, according to a research. People who eat breakfast in the morning tend to be more physical than those who avoid breakfast. As for anyone who wants to know why you should eat breakfast in the morning, I think this speech will be a good example. People should eat breakfast every day because they consume calories for the day. First, I will talk about the importance of breakfast, then I will talk about what can happen if you don't consume breakfast, what kind of breakfast is best for you, and what you should avoid for breakfast. Again, let's talk about the importance of breakfast. According to the Rush University Medical Center, why you should eat breakfast, it states why you should eat breakfast. When you eat breakfast, you are consuming plenty of calories for the day, and when you avoid breakfast, your body tells you that there is no calories being burned. However, people who skip out on breakfast, they tend to have a higher BMI. BMI 20 over 25 or higher indicates that the person is overweight. A study shows that if you start with a healthier option in the morning, you are less likely to nibble on other snacks later in the day. However, if you start your day with breakfast, you are likely to have a lower BMI, consuming less food throughout the day and having better performance. I've just talked about what the importance of breakfast is and what may happen if you don't consume breakfast. Now I will talk about what happens if you don't consume breakfast. According to a Future Fit article, the nutritional effect of skipping breakfast explains what may happen if you skip breakfast. There can be a chance you can become overweight if you skip out on too much breakfast. Skipping out on breakfast can lead to fatigue and feeling overly hungry. If you continuously don't consume any breakfast at all, it can only lead to worse things. If you don't consume any breakfast, you are likely to smoke, drink, and exercise less. This can also lead to medical problems like your blood sugar dropping, increased rate of heart disease, and a slow metabolism. I've just talked about what can happen if you avoid breakfast. Now I will talk about what kind of breakfast you should have. According to the whole you, what does a healthy breakfast look like? States what kind of healthy breakfast you should have. The most nutritious food you should have for breakfast is other processed food like fruits, vegetables, grains, protein foods, and dairy. Have a breakfast with less sugar. Eggs, seeds, and nuts are a good example of low added sugar foods. And try to include whole foods and vegetables in your breakfast. The food you should limit for breakfast is processed cereal or pastries which contain sugar, and avoiding some meats like sausage or bacon. These meats can increase the risk of cancer, and these foods are saturated with fat, and you can have heart risk. I've just talked about what kind of breakfast you should have. Now I will talk about how coffee is bad for you in the morning. According to the Cleveland Clinic Health Essentials, it is okay to drink coffee on an empty stomach. States what can happen if you drink coffee on an empty stomach. drinking coffee in the morning, even on an empty stomach, won't lead to any problem. However, there are some myths on what could happen if you drink coffee. Coffee can lead to GERD, and this happens when the valve between your stomach and esophagus do not let the food downward and lead to heartburn. Coffee can also lead to other problems if you have any health issues. Coffee can affect one that has chronic issues or has obesity. Coffee can affect the stomach acid and increase the production. And coffee can relax the esophagus, and this allows access to enter the esophagus. Now that I've talked about the importance of breakfast, let's finish this speech up. First, I talked about the importance of breakfast. Then I talked about what could happen if you don't consume breakfast. Then I talked about what you should consume for breakfast. And lastly, I talked about how coffee is bad for you in the morning. I hope my speech on the importance of breakfast has taught you guys something. As A. Gill said, breakfast is everything. The beginning, the first thing, it is the mouthful. That is the commitment to a new day, a continuing life. Now I'm gonna go enjoy some breakfast.